record it, and then we'll figure out how to stream it live. This is the part that takes long. All right, it says preparing. Okay, I think it's working. If you want to let us know and make sure that's okay. Brooke's gonna be our tech girl. Okay.
I don't know really why I volunteered because I'm horrible at tech.
I am too, Brooke, so I can make sure I'll get on there to see if I can see it. Yep, I see us.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll try copy it into the event, and yeah, we're just gonna have some fun tonight. So welcome everyone. If you are new around here, we are ladies part of the Sun and Moon community. We're going to be talking about some winter wellness tips, some ways to use essential oils in our daily life and in our home. We're going to be focusing in on really common ones that come in the Canadian Starter Bundle, because that's truly where most people start. It's kind of head to toe wellness support. There are lots of different ways that you can use oils. If you never use them, you probably think of only a diffuser, but there's loads and loads of ways to use them. So I'm excited to hear from everybody. We're just going to share some little stories, have fun. You can comment along and we will catch it after. We can't see your comments as we go on a Zoom, but we can comment after. And I do want to mention that we are going to be talking about Young Living Essential Oils. They are a company that's been around for 26 years. And what makes Young Living really special is that we have our own farms around the world. So this is important because we can grow our own plants in the right soil, the right climate. There's nothing else in the bottle. Like my bottle of peppermint is just a bottle of peppermint, which is really important if we're going to be using these for our wellness support. So we want to make sure that there's no like chemicals, fillers, synthetics, nothing else in them but the pure oil, and it's magic. If you've ever seen a farm, I don't think anyone here yet has seen one, but you will all see one eventually. It is just, it's magic to see what actually goes into a bottle. Like we think of it as just this little tiny bottle, what it can do for us, but it took a lot of work and a lot of love to get that. And Young Living just really prides themselves on really quality care. So who wants to start us off? We're gonna get through a few different oils and just share, ask questions, and yeah, have some stories. Who would like to start? Anybody?
I can go first.
Okay, what are you going to share about?
So actually the main reason why I started looking into natural products was one, because I was pregnant and trying to reduce the toxins in my home, and then also desperately wanted natural options for back pain. I was in a car accident almost 10 years ago and still managing whiplash from that. So I found such relief. There's two main oils that I go to within the starter kit. So the first one being Pan-Away, which you can think of as basically like pain away. It smells like root beer. It smells so good, but it works amazing. So I like to either make a roller with it with a carrier oil, and then just on the go roll for my shoulders and stuff like that, or I like to put it in Epsom salts and then put that in my bath. And then I also really, actually, because they go together anyway, so Copaiba is basically an enhancing oil, so it's very gentle on its own, but Pan-Away, because it is a more expensive oil, make it go a little bit farther, put some Copaiba with it, and it just amplifies it that much more. And so this is my blend for my bath salts that I use all the time. And then Copaiba also is really good for inflammation, and even we used actually this with Lincoln when he was teething. So either rubbing it along the jawline, you can dilute it if that's what you feel, but I was comfortable enough, I tested it on myself and stuff first, and rubbing it just along his gum lines. And I actually went to the dentist last week and I had to use this, and it brought me so much relief. So
cool.
Good one.
Who else has a Pan-Away story? Is there anyone else that has been blessed by Pan-Away?
Pan-Away for me helped when I threw up my lower back. So I made a rub with coconut oil Pan-Away and just applying it to my lower back, because that was the only relief I could get until I could get for chiropractor massage.
And oils work so fast. It's nice that they can be used in conjunction with so many other things like massage, chiropractor, medications, but they work so fast that you feel relief no matter what else you're doing. Like even if you have to, get some more support, they just work so quickly. I love that. Anyone have a good Copaiba story?
Thing we applied it to like his jawline. I also felt comfortable not diluting it, but maybe like a younger baby, I would probably dilute it.
So what does dilution mean? Like if someone has literally never ever used oils before, how could you dilute something?
Like putting it with a carrier oil, like in a roller ball, probably is probably the best option. Like with Remy, to use any oils on him, I have to dilute them and make a roller ball for him. So,
and you can dilute any oils, right? Like even if you're not a kid, it's good to just test it and see how it affects you, right? Like peppermint, for example, gets cool. Same with Panaway, like you'll get a little bit of that sensation. Ones like, lavender and Copaiba are so gentle, you don't have
time. And I find that it's a very, like, for me, a very versatile oil. And I think that one thing about the Young Living peppermint that I experience that's different than maybe other peppermints that you've used is it's very pure. So it's going to be a very strong, just pure peppermint smell and feel to it. And so with peppermint, I like to use it like when I have headaches, like tension headaches. I will inhale it, tint my hands and inhale it. I'll put it on the back of my neck or maybe even on my temples. And it really just alleviates that pain really pretty quickly for me. And so that's been a great way that I've used it. A couple weeks ago, even so my mom and dad aren't really into natural pride. I told him to put it with a little olive oil because he's brand new to oils and it can feel like a stronger oil if you're not used to it. So I said, just rub it with some olive oil, maybe on the back of your neck, maybe on your chest, put it in a diffuser because my sister had one of those. And he texted me and he's like, I need a big bottle of that. He was sold. So he now has a big bottle of peppermint. He's in love with it, uses it all the time now. And just yesterday, my mom texted me, she's like, I had a headache and I used peppermint and it helped it so much. And so even they're finding relief for themselves. I also, my sister's been using it in her hair because it's tingling. Right. So it activates the scalp and can help with promote hair growth and strengthening. So it's just very versatile. So very wonderful oil. And then I also like to use peppermint. I'll also mix it with Diagize. So Diagize is an oil that I really love. Primarily, I use it for digestion. So if I have an upset stomach, if I'm not feeling good, I'll rub it on my abdomen and it helps bring relief to an upset stomach. And so I often like to pair Diagize and peppermint. It just really activates the abdomen, brings that soothing kind of cooling effect to it as well. So Diagize, a lot of people say smells like black licorice. My little one loves it. He thinks it's his favorite. So, but so it's not one I would really diffuse, but it's really great to use topically. And I even use that on him. So I usually will dilute it a little bit with some olive oil and rub it on his stomach if he's having some stomach pain. And he will say, Mommy, my tummy feels so much better. So he really loves it. So Diagize and peppermint are two oils that peppermint I use daily and the Diagize I use as needed. So.
Both of those are ones that they never don't come with me. I carry them with me always. Even if you don't use them every day, I probably don't use Diagize every day. I want it with me because if I have any discomfort, I know it's going to help me. And I love that so far. So the 4 oils that we've chatted so far, we haven't even talked really about diffusing, which is so cool. Cause I think that's one thing that most people think is essential oils are just, make the room smell great and, to get the scent. And that is a really powerful effect of them is the, emotional effect, support on our memory and our emotions and our brain and our sleep and stuff. But there's also really physical effects of them too. So that's really cool that you said that. Does anyone have a really good Diagize story? That one's kind of you're not a believer till you use it and you're really a believer.
I do. When I was pregnant, actually, we were out at Aaron's family and I didn't bring any of my oils. I don't know why, but I had really bad heartburn and no one had anything that I could take while pregnant. But Sherry was out there and she had her oils and she was like, I have some Diagize that you can use
Oh
for heartburn.
gosh,
It actually really worked, which I
that's
had never
amazing.
thought to use Diagize.
That's so awesome. And like you said, in certain instances during pregnancy, like you can't necessarily use a whole lot of things, but there's so many oils that are safe for pregnancy and really, really supportive during pregnancy that's just like a great natural one to have in your back pocket. Like I hate the smell. I guess I have a funny story. So I keep like all of my go-to oils in my wallet, and it just would not stop smelling like Diagize. So like I kept looking, I was like, yeah, it's sealed. There's no leaks. Like what's going on? I changed it. I washed it, smelled like Diagize again. I didn't know what was going on. And then I cleaned everything out again. And I noticed I must've dropped my wallet because there was just a little like chip in the bottom, not like big enough to make it leak, but enough to make it smell like Diagize. It does not smell good, or not something I want to smell in my wallet and purse every day. So I upgraded. I got a new bottle. But it works. Like you really want it with you and you want to carry it with you. Awesome. Anyone have a good peppermint story that they've got
I do
supported?
actually.
Sure.
I get really bad seasonal dry scalp dandruff in the winter. So I just apply a few drops to my shampoo and I like massage it into my scalp. Clears it up within like a couple days.
Wow. And I've
it's gone.
never thought to use it in my hair stuff. Like I use things in my hair all the time, but peppermint's not one I've ever thought of.
Yeah, like you can feel it working, like it'll like tingle a little bit, and then towards the end of your shower, you can like feel the dandruff like just leaving.
That's so cool. So good for the scalp. Awesome. Do you want to go next page?
Yeah, I can actually. I don't have my purification oil because it's in the laundry room, but believe it or not, I use it with our Thieves laundry detergent. I just add a few drops to it. My brother and my boyfriend both work oil field, so I use it to wash their laundry, and it takes all the oil, the gas, whatever smells that they have in their clothes out, and like their clothes come out looking like as if they'd never even worn them.
Wow, that's huge. And like not a nasty, like strong perfume smell at all.
No, like you can't even tell that it's there. And my boyfriend suffers really bad with eczema, and it's actually the one thing that doesn't make his skin break out. And my brother is now a firm believer that he's asked for the laundry detergent and a starter bundle for Christmas. So that's what he's getting.
Aw, that's amazing. And you know what's cool though is like guys are a little harder sometimes to believe, but when they have something that they can physically see, like I had a rash or I had eczema and now I don't, or I had a stomach pain and now I don't, that is cool because you show them that relief and they feel it.
Oh yeah, they're very skeptical. So this was a really big breakthrough.
I love that. And you can support them.
Oh yeah.
Or what's another oil that you want to chat?
I'll do the Northern Lights Black Spruce. Like this is my go-to oil. I probably have enough of these to support a small village. Not even kidding. Like every order, there's one bottle that goes on. I typically use it for like grounding my emotions. So calming, focusing. If I'm exhausted, I will apply it. I'll apply it like on the back of my neck and on my chest and then inhale it. And I find that it just wakes me up right away. I typically bring it with me to work. I work evenings, so I'm pretty tired at the end of the shift. I'm always diffusing it, whether it's in a blend or just by itself. And I also apply it with a carrier oil on my joints. I suffer really bad from arthritis. So I find that the pine or like the spruce in it actually takes down the inflammation and the aching. And then I also find that it helps with my congestion. I'm always stuffy. So I just put a couple drops at the bottom of my shower and then take a really hot shower and it clears it right up.
Tree oils are so amazing. Like they are just so versatile. What was I going to say? It's interesting that you find it wakes you up. And that's why I think oils are cool too, is like one person may feel certain one way, another person might feel another way. For me, I find that it calms me. Like it doesn't wake me up. Northern Lights Black Spruce is one that I like go to when I just want to feel like relaxed or zen or meditate or have yoga. I just feel like that grounding confidence versus like it doesn't wake me up, I wouldn't say. So that's really cool that that's, you know, the effect that you get from it. And there's so many ways you can use it. Beautiful. All right, anyone have a black spruce story that they want to share? I think that's one that's like less used, but it should totally be like one of the top ones on your list. When I got my bundle, so this is how it would come for you. You get 11 oils, some other little goodies that we'll talk about. But I didn't use my black spruce and I didn't use my frankincense. And those are two that I absolutely love and probably my most used oils now. But I think it took me some time to kind of get used to them. And maybe they're a little bit different than, you know, everybody knows what peppermint smells like. Everybody knows what a lemon smells like, that kind of thing. But they're so grounding and supportive. So I mostly use black spruce for like yoga and meditation. Diffusing it with peppermint is so lovely. It is so nice.
We do Northern Lights Black Spruce and peppermint. So
it is so nice. Like it's got that like kick of like energy from peppermint, but it also has that like grounding and calming. And for you, Paige, you might be like, whoa, this is too much energy.
Oh yeah.
It smells so good though, because it's kind of, I find spruce kind of just sweet and peppermint's just really like bright and uplifting. That's so cool. Okay, and then the other one you mentioned was purification. Who has a purification story that they want to share?
I think about purification. Like, I don't know if anyone has a 4-year-old little boy, but they don't have the best aim. And so they're going to the bathroom. And so like, I'll just like, sometimes like, you know, you don't catch it, or you would be shocked unless you have a 4-year-old little boy of like,
what about a 34-year-old boy?
Yeah, or maybe 34. Yeah. So I actually have a diffuser in the bathroom, and I just put purification in there, and it just brightens up the bathroom, helps it smell clean and fresh. And wow, you know, you're tending to the cleaning, but it helps so much with that. So like bathrooms, or even like smells, like we live and travel full time in an RV. So it's like a small space. And so I'll diffuse the purification, because, you know, if you've cooked dinner, you don't want your whole home to smell like it. So purification has been great for that. And then I also, like Paige, I also put it in my laundry booster. So I've created a laundry booster along with my thieves, and I'll throw it in there, and I don't know, it just makes my clothes feel so clean.
I've never actually used it topically ever. Like I've used it in laundry and stuff, but when I did aroma yoga with Rachel, that was one of the oils, and I actually really liked it. It was interesting to use it in different ways. And I think that's really cool that you can use oils in so many different ways to support you. Like it's winter right now, winter wellness. All of these will support you physically, emotionally, you know, for cleaning and those kinds of things. But it's really cool to use them in different ways. So I've never used peppermint in my hair care. I've never used purification topically, and I inhaled it, and it was really nice. Like it was really fresh and uplifting, and it's just so cool how we can use these in different ways. Awesome. Okay, who would like to go next? Anyone?
I can go.
Sure. What do you got, Brittany?
So I have RC, which is just like respiratory congestion. We've been using this one this week actually because we've had a cold. So Zachary was super like congested, had sore throat, his chest was hurting. So I just applied this to his throat and chest, and he's able to breathe a lot better. I was using it on myself, and it's just like, it's like an instant, and like, it works instantly, because like I put it on my sore throat and I can just feel it, like, just like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Just like some relief, right? Because they work so quickly, right?
Yeah.
That's when I like to use in my shower. I don't necessarily love the smell of it, but I like to like put drops of it in the shower just to, again, to open things up. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Anyone have a good RC story?
That's one I used a lot when like we had a lot of smoke from the fires, like
Mhm.
and diffuse that like pretty much 24/7. And
Mhm.
yeah, like I could tell a difference in our house, like even just staying indoors when I wasn't diffusing, when I was diffusing it.
Yeah, just get rid of that smell too, right? And you don't want to cover up like a smell with a smell that's, got synthetics or chemicals or that fragrance. Like it doesn't get rid of it. And that just actually makes it harder for you to work, right? In winter, or like when we did have fires years ago, it was so smoky. So our lungs are working harder, our body's working harder. And then we add on something else that makes it work harder again. Like that's just not the point. So oils are a really great alternative for not burdening your body with that. Like they can support you and then they don't add an extra thing that you're trying to work with, right? Winter's so hard on our body too. So the more we can do to make it easier is so helpful. Okay. I know you want to talk about something else. We'll do the oils first. Okay, Brittany. Do you want to do yours, Melissa? Okay.
Okay, so the first one I like is lemon, which I absolutely love the smell of, and it's my go-to for mood boosting and energy support, especially on Saturday mornings when I don't have the girls. So just like that extra kick to get me going in the day. Ways I love using lemon. So Mia's at the age where she likes to color on my walls and put stickers all over my floors or on her walls. So this is my go-to to get the stickers off the walls and the markers off the walls. And then there was a time that Peyton had a name tag go through the wash. Like I missed ripping it off. So when it came off, it was her favorite sweater and it had like white sticky residue all over. And I was gonna honestly toss it, but I was like, no, let's try a few drops of lemon. I let it sit overnight and then I threw it back in the wash. And when it came out of the dryer, you never would have known that it had that yucky residue all over. So lemon was the save that she got to keep her favorite sweater.
That's so cool. Is she there with markers now?
That's Sophie, the middle one.
Hi, Sophie. That's funny. I also love lemon. I just used that yesterday for mood too. Like in winter, the grayness that is outside is like not my friend at all. I'm like, you see outside, I was like, that's how I feel today, like that gray mood. So lemon is actually, lots of studies are out there around lemon and its support for mood and emotions, and essential oils are so powerful for that. They go into your brain, into your limbic system, and that is the part of your brain that controls your memory, your emotion, your mood. So using oils that can get to that piece of your brain so quickly to support yourself, like just tenting, which means, I'm sure you do this, Melissa, just taking, a little drop of your oil, inhaling it, so powerful to be able to just shift your mood. I mean, it's not going to like change what's going on in your life or if you're having a hard day, but it can just be that sense of like calming and peace. And like you said, like that uplifting energy that's so powerful. I love lemon for that too. I actually use it for acne spot treatment. I use it in my Thieves soft scrub that I make to clean like my kitchen sink and stuff. It's a really good one for getting stickies off. I actually used it yesterday also on a mirror to get rid of, like there was a little bit of silicone where I do siliconing our mirror, and I just used a little bit, used some, what's it called, paper towel, and just kind of scraped it off, and it worked really well. Anybody else got a good lemon story?
So it sounds like your home's a little bit like mine, like with the stickers and things. Like I found a sticker on our front of our washing machine, and my partner took it off, and he's like, "Oh, I got it." Like I think he just used water. I don't even know, but I was like, "Okay, all right, it's clean." Like then we left town, so I came back and I was like, "That's still there," and I was like, "I know the magic. Like I'll take over," and I just put lemon on there and. Like I didn't even like, I mean, I just put my finger and it was like lifting it up just by, I didn't even have to scrub and it just lifted it all up, sparkly clean. So I love lemon for that, not only like a mood booster and brightening in that way, but also for just around the house.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's like a little magic eraser, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you got one more, Melissa. What would you like to chat about?
The other one was Thieves. So this is my go-to for immune support in our household, especially during the winter season. I like to roll this on my feet morning and night. I get it in the diffuser quite often. I have made a rub for the girls before the Thieves rub became available to us. So it was just the hard coconut oil and Thieves to dilute for them. And I like to apply that to their feet, chest, and back when they're when sickness does come into our household for them. I've actually used these when I feel a cold sore coming on, so I'll just put a little bit on my lip. I actually like the feeling you get because it's a warm oil, and then like I don't even remember the last time I had a cold sore where it blisters because I catch it so fast with using the Thieves. And then a huge one for me, which was like my aha moment with oils before I even got really into Young Living, is my girls, when they were younger, got hand, foot, and mouth disease. And that's a virus that can't have any type of medication to help. You just have to let it run its course. And Mia was a baby and she had the worst of it because it had even gotten in her mouth. So I started researching ways that I could help them. And I came across something on the internet where you could make a rub with Thieves, pepper, or purification, and frankincense. So I reached out to someone and I said, you have these oils, I'll pay you for it. I just really want to make these rubs. And I took turns cycling those 3 daily. And within 2 days, they had fully cleared up on their hand, foot, and mouth disease. And Mia started drinking from a bottle again. So that was like my, okay, oils work moment.
Wow. Yeah, and kids are cool because they don't, like kids and pets, there's no placebo, there's no like, hey, this is going to work. You're going to use this and it's going to work. Like kids and pets, they don't know that, right? They either feel better or they don't. So that's really cool and so amazing that you were able to support them when you can't support them in any other way, right? It's just kind of making them feel comfortable and drink their fluids. So that's a huge story.
Well, and it lasts forever. I still have those 3 jars of rubs and they're like 5 years. So like they don't go bad, they don't go moldy. So I can still use them when I need to. So I love that too. Like 5 years and I still have these jars with the rubs inside of them.
Yeah, super cost effective. I think people think that essential oils cost a lot. And if you actually figure out like what one little drop costs, Young Living is so pure, there's nothing else in them, that you're not going to be putting 20 drops in your diffuser. Like, please don't. You're probably not going to be putting 20 drops. Like I made this roller and I think I put 5, that's it. So you don't need a lot for them to work. More is not necessarily better. So it's actually super cost effective in comparison to, let's say, like candles or, that kind of thing. If you want your house to smell great, you really don't need a lot and it goes a long way. I love that. Anybody else have a good Thieves story? No, I think Thieves is one that we all kind of take for granted, maybe because we just like use it every day and it's supportive for us. I use it every day, roll it on the bottoms of my feet. I try to remember so that I put it near my toothbrush so I don't forget, because otherwise I will. But it's one that you want to have on hand and to be able to use, especially during the season. In Canada, Thieves is one of the natural health products approved by Health Canada for cough and cold support. So you don't have to wait till you have a cough and cold. You can be using it especially during this time of year when, there is more coughs and colds going around, is we can use it daily. We can diffuse it. We can roll it on our feet. The feet are just a really good way to get the oils into your body and you not have to necessarily put them on your chest, or because Thieves gets a little bit warm, you might not want to put it directly on your chest every day, but it's just a really good preventative measure for you. So I love that. Okay, I've got 2. I'll be quick, and then Brittany can share about Ningxia. So the 2 that I'm going to talk about are lavender and frankincense. So lavender is one that I didn't love the smell of before I used Young Living, because I thought that it just smelled like an old lady. Because that's kind of what fake lavender smells like. It's got that very perfumey, synthetic smell, and lavender is just so like mass produced into everything. You can buy like lavender candles, you can buy lavender lavender this, and it's really not what pure lavender is supposed to be, and it won't have the effects of it. Like it might kind of smell like it, but it doesn't have those benefits. So lavender is such a versatile oil. It can do things from help with relaxation and sleep to help with like cuts, burns, and scrapes. So it's one that you always want to have on hand. I don't love the smell of it, but this lavender, in comparison to like the fake perfumey lavender, like it does smell very good. And I actually use it every night, even though I don't love the smell of it, because it's so supportive for relaxation and rest. So I make a blend. I've done this for the last quite a while. that has lavender and frankincense, and then one other oil, Stress Away, for sleep support. And that's what I put in my diffuser every night. I put it in, I actually turned it on already. So it gets in the room, fills the space, and just creates that calming atmosphere. And while you're sleeping, you're going to get the benefits of those oils. And candles don't have that. Plugins don't have that. Oils that have, fillers and synthetics, like things you buy from, let's say, the drugstore or Walmart, like they just don't have the same benefits as Young Living oils. So that's really powerful, that I can just rest, get in that relaxation, and it supports me while I sleep. And then the other one that I add to that blend is frankincense. So it's one that I didn't love when I got my bundle, and now I'm just so drawn to it. It for me is just very calming. It's grounding. I just feel like a sense of peace when I use it. I love to tent with it, put it on like the back of my neck, or I like to put behind my ears for emotional oils. It's another really great one that's good for meditation, for yoga, and it's really great for the skin too. So a lot of people use it directly on their face, or they'll use it with a carrier oil, and it's just super versatile. So I feel like these are kind of along the same lines for me. Like they're both really grounding, calming, and they're both really great for anything kind of like healing and skin support. So these two are definitely ones that I use every single day. Anybody have a lavender or a frankincense story they want to share?
I can do lavender. Sophie likes to cook, and she went to grab a pan without putting her mitt on, so she got burnt on her hands, and lavender was my instant go-to to help her with the pain of the burns. Yeah, so like it is definitely my go-to when the girls get minor cuts or burns, sunburns too on them, like on their faces and stuff, and instead of putting aloe on their faces. So yeah, I absolutely love lavender.
And you can mix it too, right? Like you totally could put it with aloe. I've done that before for burns, or put it in lotions and creams, or a bath. It's just super versatile for sure. Hi girls. Oh, the kitties are here too. Anyone have a frankincense story they want to share?
Frankincense is one that, like you said, that when I first got my kit, like I didn't really utilize it at all. And then I kind of like revisited it after like a few months of having it, and I pretty much used that whole bottle within like a month. I love mixing it with lavender for bedtime. Like that's lavender and frankincense is like one of my go-tos.
Yeah, it's just so calming. And I think that I just had never smelt that kind of smell before. Maybe same with like the black spruce, like I've never smelled those things. So they were like foreign. And then once you do smell them and you let yourself get more comfortable with them, they're just so lovely for supporting us. Okay, so those are the oils that come in the Canadian bundle. So that's what it looks like. This is where most people start. This has nothing to do with whether you want to sell ever. Anyone can get this. So you can get a wholesale account in Canada. It doesn't matter what you want to purchase, whether it's once or every month. And most people start with a bundle just because it gives you such a variety. Like we shared 20 plus ways, the way that we support ourselves using these oils in different ways. And it really gives you a good guide. Like one for pain. Okay, if you don't like that one, you could try a new one next time. Or digestion. Okay, there's one for digestion. If that's not for you, you could try a different one. But it gives you kind of a good head to toe guide of where to go. You also get a couple other goodies. So you get a diffuser, which looks like this. This is the one that I keep at my bedside because it will go up to 10 hours on low. I just turn the little night light off. It can have different light settings. And then I just let it run all night. And then you also get a little sanitizer, which is like the 2021 or 2020 logo of the year is sanitizer. It's something that we literally all use, and it really is so gentle. So it has aloe vera in it, not a high, like the alcohol that is in it is from peppermint actually, which is super cool. So it's made from the peppermint plant versus putting in like that just harsh alcohol, but it still is an approved natural health product. So it still is effective. It just doesn't have that like harsh drying effect. So it has peppermint and thieves in it. And then you get a couple packets of Ningxia Red. So Brittany, do you want to share about that one? I think we all probably have a Ningxia story.
Yeah, so it comes with two little ones like this. A little bit about it. It's basically it's an antioxidant liquid supplement full of fruits and veggies. The main one is wolfberries. This I honestly drink it all the time. That's one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to get into Young Living, because I was told about this drink because I was just like after I had Zachary, I was just very in the slumps and needed like a mood uplifter and like motivation, get me motivated to actually do stuff and get out of bed. So I started drinking this and I seen a total different like side of me. Like I wanted to get out of bed and start my morning and actually do something.
Wow. So you found lots for energy and mood, hey?
Yeah.
I think that's probably my top ones too for Ningxia, and digestion. I find it really helps with digestion. So I drink it every day too. It really helps, like you said, like keep you energized, mood support. Anyone else have any other things that they love about Ningxia or how it supports them?
So I like to, I don't drink enough water. So I like to either mix my Ningxia with just water or like sparkling water, like a bubbly or something like that. And then we also have like vitality drops that I like to mix in. So it's kind of like a little like mocktail almost, like a little treat. And that keeps me away from like drinking like pop and juice and stuff too. And I know that it's actually like supporting my body, just like filling it with a bunch of sugar and
yeah, but it's still satisfying, right? Like it's still sweet and tasty. And I agree. I need like a little bit of something, but I don't want to have like a can of pop every day. Like, awesome. Anybody else for Ningxia? I know how much everybody loves it.
Yeah, I've really found that it's helped me. Yeah, I just love that it's like fortified nutrients, full of antioxidants. And so it's really supporting your body, but it does have natural energy boost. And so that's when I drink it in the morning, and then I'll have usually just a couple ounces in the afternoon. I'll usually pair that. Like today I was just like hit a wall. I was just like so tired. So I had some nitro, which is another type of Ningxia, and I just poured that in with the Ningxia. It gave me a boost. I still have energy. I'm feeling good. And my little one loves it. So he just he's like, when I wake up, can I drink my Ningxia? So he like loves it. So, he gets a couple ounces just like once a day, but he loves it, loves the taste of it. And, anything that I can do to help support him and his immune system and his health from the inside out. So that's been a really cool, just him seeing me drink it and talk about what it does for me. Like even at 4 years old, he's interested in it and wants to drink it. And I love the taste. I don't know for anyone else, but I have to like stop myself at only drinking like 2 times. I could just drink it all day long.
Yeah, I could drink the whole bottle
of it.
Oh, another thing that it, like you mentioned, I said energy and mood, but also immune support too, for sure. Like it just helps support our bodies from the inside out. Like if you look up what wolfberries or goji berries do, or look up what Ningxia does, like so supportive. And that's something that we can take like as needed. Like, hey, I'm feeling a little bit run down, I'm going to take a bit extra. Hey, I'm feeling a little tired, I'm going to take a bit extra. So I love that we can do that with oils and natural products and just kind of see what our body needs and adjust based on that. That's such a blessing. Well, thanks, ladies. That was really fun. If you are watching this live, we'll go back and see comments and do a couple giveaways for some rollers. And if you're watching the replay, you are more than welcome to ask questions from the person that shared this with you. This is a tool to support you and empower you. And it is so important that when you're wanting to get Young Living products, that you pick someone that is going to support you, because they're the person that's going to give you the guidance, resources. We've got Facebook groups, we've got all those things. And these lovely ladies are part of our community. And that's one of the biggest gifts that we have, is the community that comes with it. So people that can, cheer you on and support you. It's not related to having a business. It's just part of our community. So I think that's just a blessing too, is that we can just all connect. And that's something that we all need in the world right now, for sure. Right, ladies. Well, I'll get off. I'll hop off Facebook and we will share with you after.
Sorry. Thanks for having us.